Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and today I'm working on day 1 of ByTheWell4God's newest devotional, Take Heed. Now it feels like I've been away from YouTube for quite a while. We had COVID, a second round, and then it's just been crazy trying to get ready for the retreat that I'm hosting in just 10 days from today. 9 days once I post this. But anyways, I'm so excited about that. And so this might be my only YouTube video for a little bit again, just simply because I am traveling up to New Hampshire and getting ready for the retreat, and then I'll be visiting my family afterwards. So anyways, let me start talking to you about this process. I did have this new background stamp from ByTheWell4God, and I just used a little bit of Versa mark ink to create just a very subtle background of all these tickets. Now, ultimately, I probably would have gone a little bit darker, hindsight bias, but I do like the look of it. Now, you know me, most of the time I'm working in my interleaved Bible. That's where I feel most comfortable Bible journaling. However, last month, ByTheWell4God released these Build a Book kits, and I was going to use it for Note to Self to go alongside my interleaved Bible journaling, but that did not happen when we got sick. And so I decided to redo the front cover, which I made a reel on if you want to go check that out. And I'm just going to work through it this month instead. I really like it. However, it is very different for me. And so I struggle a little bit about how and where to put things, and just how to create a good layout for one of these kind of books. So just bear with me as I work through this month. Definitely make sure to follow me over on Instagram, because I will still take pictures of what I'm working on, and also probably some reels as well. And if you want to check out the retreat and how that is going, definitely follow me over there to see all that. And that is under Wonderfully Made Handcrafting as well. But here you see me use these little flashcards. Now, I did do the Strong's Concordance definition on the back side of these. I typed them up last night. This is some masking tape that I dyed with alcohol ink. That is totally Lindsay at Lindsay Decor's idea. She created a little short and also an Instagram reel about how to do this, and I absolutely loved it because, you know me, I love all things vintage. And so I decided to do it myself today, and I absolutely love the result, and I'll be doing this a lot in the future. So I'm just creating a little hinge on each one of these flashcards, and I really wanted to create a fun little title for this page, but I was struggling of how to do that. So instead, I turned to creating a mini little cluster on this verse card. I had created this little ephemera book the other week, and I just used some of the glue dot adhesive, like the runner, and just use a little bit on each piece of ephemera, and it makes it so much easier to find what I want to work with. And so I grabbed one of those little orange what are they called? Curator snippets, I believe. And then I am coming here to use one of these seals. I guess technically it's a luggage stamp since it's part of the luggage stamp set. But yeah, we're just going to go with it. And so I stamped it in Versa fine ink. But since this paper has a little bit of a slickness to it, I want to make sure to, seal that in. You could have used also archival ink, but I just ended up using some clear embossing powder over it, and it gives another texture to the page as well. I decided I'm going to put this little curator snippet on top of it, but I am roughing up the edges and adding a little bit of distressing, just like I always do, and then I'll just place that down. I did add a staple to the middle as well. However, it's not holding it together to anything. It's just for looks. So now I come over to here and I'm creating this little title. Now, this is something that I'm not sure I absolutely love. I kind of wish I made this stand out a little bit, but it's okay. So I take these clear alpha stickers. Now, I don't normally use these, but I'm going to try to use them throughout this month as I work through this. And then I'm going to use my own handwriting. Now, this is a little scary because I haven't done it in a while. At first I was going to use pencil, but then I just decided to go for it. And I'm using one of my Micron pens and then coming in and doing some faux calligraphy by just making those lines that are heading downward a little bit thicker. Now, I still felt like this was missing stuff, and I didn't really know how to use the stencils from this kit with this page to create and kind of fill in the background. So I decided to take this one from last month, Momentary Affliction. Absolutely love this stencil. And so I'm just kind of filling in some of that background so it doesn't look so blank because that Versamark stamp texture didn't really show too much. I do decide to add a little bit more texture paste right above that title. It felt like it was missing something there. So I add that, and then I make sure that there's no wet texture paste on the back side of these flashcards before I finish this page up. Now, to complete this, I decide to add just a little bit of a highlight with my white Uniball Signo gel pen. I love this pen and it writes beautifully on this Kraft paper. So I'll just add a little bit of highlight on that clear alpha sticker and also my faux calligraphy, and then this page will be done. Now, you definitely won't be seeing me create one of these books for every devotional. I actually really prefer to work in my interleaf Bible. I just love having the words and the verses right next to my artwork. And this just is something that I'm not used to, so it's a little awkward for me to figure out that layout, like I said, but it is a wonderful tool to use to figure out different products to use, different layouts, and it is great to travel with. So that is why I decided to use it this month. I hope you enjoyed this process video. If you did, if you could give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will also leave all the products I use down below in the description if you want to pick them up. I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.